this module, you can choose what type of message and first define what is your role as a sender of information for your customers. What is your company or line of business? If you have multiple, check your profile. You can have several. Choose your recipient account. Verify the characteristics of your recipient account. Look at your recipient, the person you wish to address, their profile, their communication style, and all the elements necessary for crafting a message. Your communication mode, whether you want a rather neutral or positive communication tone. Choose topics that you want to discuss, related to a use case, a point of view, a white paper, a social post. Choose the portfolio you want to use. Choose the sales play, your commercial offer. Choose the message style and how you want to communicate. Meaning, do you want a document, a short message, a rich document, a video, an avatar? There are many communication modes available on the platform. Now we're going to ask the platform to create a document, a point of view, in this case, which we will then send to the client. Nothing could be simpler. It uses artificial intelligence. So you can enter a prompt directly, request the creation of this point of view. The system will automatically go through several angles to create the point of view. First, it will use your industry expert content that is in the platform to choose the industry that corresponds to the accounts you're targeting and the customers you're targeting. Then it will retrieve information about the product, the offer that you decided to put forward for these types of people, related to the persona, but also related to the individual profile that you're targeting. And then in a third step, there will be personalization based on everything we've seen before, the analysis of the profile of the contact you are going to address, and who will use this profile to create highly personalized content. Once this personalization is complete, the system will create the content for your customer, and it will pass through a compliance validation system for your content. We will see later how this system works. And from there, you can either share or publish your content to your recipient. In terms of sharing, you can edit your content. We encourage people to add a certain level of authenticity to the content. So you can adjust and adapt the content that was created, adding your own emotions and your own authenticity to the content generated by PangeaGTM's artificial intelligence. And then you can publish it through email, via LinkedIn, via Twitter, or export it to a file. You can also create published content, which may be a PDF document, a presentation, a website, a PDF presentation, or a social media element. We are going to create a website. Our tool uses a website creation engine. Once you have this website available, you will be able to preview it, edit it, and share it with your customers. The resulting website contains all the communication elements targeted at the company that you have targeted, the person you have targeted, and of course all of your offers and your differentiating elements that are useful for positioning your commercial offer or your subject for your recipient. On the platform, you can of course go back to the full history of your communications and discussions with them and review the elements you may have sent in the past. Now let's go to another section where you can manage communication campaigns. As we saw previously, you can define the communication typology subjects, communication topics, but also define in advance when you want to send information, through which communication channel and what kind of publication, and prepare the prompts in advance. And of course, multilingual management. What is interesting here is that you can create campaigns for a type of persona, for a type of account, for one person, but with several communication models around the same person, or use lists that you have previously defined, allowing you to send your communications to a group of recipients without having to do them one by one. And the system prepares in advance a series of communications for multiple people. So you can create a series of communications for multiple people or a series of communications for one person, but spread out over time to maintain a continuous approach in your communication with target contacts. Then you can manage all the tasks that are currently in progress, stop them or resume them. If your client has responded and you have information in the CRM that indicates your client has